Welcome to my week 11 video. The first question was, if you have a student with a speech disability in the classroom who might be a little difficult to understand, what are some things you can do to help him or her participate in activities? There are devices that you can use to help the student maybe be able to hear you better, or maybe for them to type out what they're trying to say, and having it help them say what they're trying to say. But I thought maybe if you don't have the money for that, or maybe if the district might not have enough money for that, that really you as the teacher having patience for the student and making sure you are the model to show your students that they should have patience as well, since if you as the class and as the teacher don't have patience for the student, they're not going to want to participate in activities, and they're not going to want to say their opinions, since they know you're not going to want to wait for them and you're not going to want to listen. So making sure that you have the patience for them, I think, is very important. And the second question was to look up one of the approaches in red. And the one I chose was TEACH, which is spelled TEACCH. And it's basically a model that uses research from the five different. It's it's an approach that uses specifically visuals, since it's based on the idea that autistic individuals are visual learners. So it uses 5 different basic principles, and those 5 basic principles are physical organization, individualized schedules that are also consistent, work systems, visual structure of materials and activities and tasks, and also having consistency. And with those 5 things, it's a program that you can put in that has all those 5 basic things. But when people integrate this program or method, sometimes they do not have a controlled group, and sometimes their sample sizes are really small. So some people think because of that it might not be a viable program to actually use. But from every group that has done it, or from most, there has been positive outcomes, and they have seen wide success. And so because of that, I think it would be useful to use, since even if it's small sample sizes, at least for it was mostly all of them, it was successful. So I think really just maybe seeing from those 5 principles that they have, maybe you could implement a couple of those, if not all are successful. And the third question was to talk about one of the things I liked in the 10 articles. And the one I really liked was number 2, which talked about my senses are a sync. But then I was talking about it, and then I realized that it could really link with number 8, which was number 9, which was identify what triggers my meltdowns, because I was talking about how maybe it's because they have a sensory overload. So really paying attention to the senses are important, since that could trigger their meltdowns and breakdowns. So making sure that you have an environment that does help them not have a sensory overload, maybe have small things or small noises, making sure that that's limited, maybe smells also. So making sure that you have maybe students, especially middle school, with all the acts, maybe calm down with all that smells surrounding it. So I thought that was very important, so making sure that you have an effective environment where they can learn. Thank you.